Check, check. Testing one, two.
Check, check.
Shit.
Testing. Check, check.
Okay. For some reason, it has to be on mute. Don't know why, but it is what it is. Alright. So, basically, there's three different game modes. Eternal Wars PvP. You have three different gameplay mode. I'm gonna turn that down so there's no echo. Capture and Control, Annihilation, Seize Ground. Seize Ground is a random point that spawns for a certain time during the match, and whoever controls it longer wins, up to max points. Capture and Control is basically three different spawn points on the map, and I think it's like ABC or ABCD. Like there's some is 4 points. You have to hold those grounds. Same idea. Longest max points wins. And Annihilation is basically deathmatch. Highest kills win. A lot of these different game modes. I mean, running with the group is more strategic than flying solo, but teach their own, do your thing. Campaign, you unlock the different planets. I have not finished it completely. I was about 60% completion through the campaign, which unlocked these different maps. So I think you start with the tutorial, and then you can skip it, I believe, but whether you run it, you skip it, either way, running the campaign will actually get these unlocked if you haven't unlocked them yet. And then you're going to notice there's 4 different difficulty options. Okay, so why this is relevant isn't just to make it harder for the sake of being harder. When you start with this difficulty, you will get discoverable armory data, and that is green. Okay, your commons. And then you get the orange in the middle, the little orange eyeball looking symbol. Okay. Now as you go up in difficulty, they start changing. So XP goes up, mats go up, and then the armory data changes to your purple, which we'll just call elite for now, I guess. And once you go to ruthless, you'll see there's legendary, the orange. And then the other, XP and mats do go up. Now, hopefully you get a really good team if you're running the harder content. I recommend running the heavy with the multi-melta, because that is pretty much able to carry itself. However, you might have to upgrade to get, all the better perks before it's more viable. So, like, I did more ammo. So, basically, fire and raid, ammo. I have 50 rounds on this build. So, once you do top row, you'll see you get ammo reserve higher, more max ammo. Okay. Now, this says 30 right here, but when I actually go in the game, it's 50 rounds I start with. When you use a specific weapon, this is like your XP bar. You have to use the weapon so much to fill this up to get to the next tier. Okay? These will separately be upgraded, but once you upgrade it, okay, you'll equip it, and then you'll masterwork it. So the mats can be a bit, tedious, because you need quite a bit to upgrade. However, those give you a point per upgrade. So, you got 1 here, 3, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you get 10 points you can utilize in your perk tree. And, you could do more damage if you want, but based on how I play, I really prefer the ammo. Melee isn't as necessary, so I wouldn't worry about melee. But this one I actually have not upgraded completely. But you'll click on it, you open it up, and then it'll say master. So I go ahead and master it, and now I got 2 points, which shows mastery points. I'm just going to click on 2 randoms for now. And then I'm going to save 1 point just because I might get a weapon unlock that I want to use more so. Until I get a little stock built up. And that also will unlock these skins for you. However, I like this one, so I'm going to continue to use it for the heavy class. Same with all the weapons. Now, depending on how you might like to play, what I've noticed is, so let's say you like to play a sniper, and you might get randoms that quit or leave. Having to solo with a sniper might be more difficult than, say, the heavy. So if you really want a good carry class to just bulldoze through the hardest content, then that's what I'd recommend using. Assault's pretty fun, but it's a difficult class to play. Sniper, if you get mobbed, it might be difficult, but if you go here, you start a quick match, it will set you up in a fireteam matchmaking, okay? You'll get, your 2 randoms. You start your mission. If they leave at that point, I've noticed I can't get more randoms to auto-join unless I completely back out, close app, and come back in. So if you don't want to do that, and AI will fill in those other character slots, heavy is a good way to go for Ruthless. Lower level gear might not be a big issue, but actually running Ruthless, I highly recommend, working on heavy as your carry tune, but if you'd rather run something else, because the thing is, if you run these and you don't finish them, you get 0 mats. And I notice a lot of people are very dead set on getting some of these skins unlocked. The skins will carry over PvP and PvE, but you will unlock these automatically. It takes so many missions to get those standard outfits, right? But you can go here and edit certain pieces, right? However, if you actually want to unlock Space Wolves, something like that, right? You would go here. And then you would pick whichever one, like Space Wolves, right? Then you would say Show and Heraldry. You have to unlock one before the next. So if there's something like a color you want, you will have to unlock the previous to get it to open. And that will open up the logs. And then you see these will start opening up too. So depending on which one you prefer, salamanders, Space Wolves, what have you, that's one of the easier ways to do it, but I do like skulls. You can just unlock one of them, you don't have to unlock all of them. But, if you really want it, see how many points though. I think I started like 800 this morning, but now I'm down to 292. Sometimes the best way to farm those mats, if you do have issues or you just want to basically run solo, to farm mats, I recommend just, using a carry like the heavy with the multi-melta, because you can run the highest difficulty, no problem. But this is where you get them. You get 165 per Ruthless run, But if you do like the other classes, like you enjoy Assault, and it's because it's a difficult class to run, it's almost more viable to run like the, lower difficulties, because none of max difficulty mats is not as good as getting max on the lower level. So you might have extra the green armory data, but if you're really just skilled at Assault and you like running Assault, and you want to run higher difficulty solo, AI can fill in the other two teammates, but that's how you would get it. You see, it's kind of limited. So make sure you really absolutely want that skin or heralding, because you don't just need them for your skin. I actually saved it for a lot of my weapon unlocks and upgrades, because these are going to be more viable for gameplay. Perk tree, again, it depends on how you like to play. I don't like the gunstrike buffs, so I basically go for ammo, headshot damage, stuff like that, more so. But to each their own if you like gunstrike. There's Assault. Let me show you, like, in the perk tree. As you level up to level 25, you'll unlock these one at a time. But the good news is a lot of the good stuff can be in the first tier row anyway, the top rows. But like this here, Gunstrike. I like meleeing with a melee class, just basically punch melee as much as possible and smash them with the hammer. But you have to kind of be aware of, your parries and stuff, because Assault is just really difficult to play compared to something like Heavy, where you can just unleash hell, open up the trigger, and just dodge, shoot, plus he's got his shield. So that makes it a lot more easier for ranged attacks not to kill you. I know I got no unlocks, so I'm not going to change. I just changed my color to red and black with the stock stuff. But that's how you'd unlock this stuff, if you want certain skins. You want to change it up. You don't have to copy the entire. It's all customizable. Different colors, salamanders, space wolves, what have you. But I haven't been playing as much since launch, because it does seem a little bit redundant. But if you're just starting fresh, I would recommend the Heavy as a starter class. And if someone else has a Heavy, hopefully they're good at playing with it, you can run different classes. But 2 and 4 will give you more XP, but I don't recommend doing those on harder difficulty unless you got a good team. So like Inferno and Ballistic Engine are good to start those runs, which if they are still locked for you, just run through the campaign a little more to unlock them. I think I'm like 60% done, so it shouldn't take you don't have to finish the campaign completely. But 2, because it's a boss fight, and then 4 is also a boss fight, it gives you extra XP in those runs, on top of, if you do the hardest difficulty, which is Ruthless. You'll see there it's like 1800. So you'll get like probably 24, 2500, because you get certain XP for gameplay. But probably my personal favorite class definitely is Assault with the hammer. So if you're like me and it's like, man, I really want to like level this class, they'll only have certain weapon options. The fist is good, sword, chainsaw sword. I mean, I just prefer the hammer. But this does give you the option of the heavy bolter, which I like this better because I don't plan on spamming a lot of ammo running a melee class, and having a more damage dealing gun, it feels, even though there's less shots and rounds in it, depending on your upgrades too. So if you go to perk tree, you can add extra ammo. But I prefer damage because, you know, I don't plan on using it as much. Vanguard is a good class, but I think heavy, bulwark, and tactical are probably 3 really good classes to run. I run the multi-meta basically on tactical and heavy just because of how good it really is. He doesn't have as much ammo, but it still is just as viable as the heavies. Still need to unlock some of these, which is done through here. These cog looking things will be your mastery, and then I just got to use it more to fill this up to get to relic so I can unlock these 3. As you level up to level 25, you'll unlock these as well, so give you better perks. That's pretty good actually to run. I try to adjust around my fire team, but you can actually run chainsaw sword or knife. I think chainsaw sword would be better if I eventually level him. And these do carry over, so if you level something like a weapon, the other class can use it. So, you know, if you feel it's easier to run better weapons on a class to level them, see I'm only level 1 with him, then, you know, so be it. But I'm still working on, I gotta finish Assault. I've just had a bad run on the last, like, 2 or 3 levels with bad teams. People that run heavy and don't know how to play. You should be able to carry hardest content with him. Easily. But some people just, I don't know, potatoes and a half shell. That's pretty much it. Bulwark's got the shield, so it's got a little better survivability. I feel like if you want a melee tank, the Bulwark's the way to go. I still gotta unlock all of his perks, but you can also use the chainsaw sword and the glove here. But the big thing that helps is this right here. He basically plants a flag that'll restore your armor. So him with Assault is actually a pretty good combo. Tactical, runs a balanced build, melee, and weapons. Sniper. The better gun is actually this guy. The Las Fusil. But I don't like a press and hold shot like it has. I like this one. But I just haven't been leveling him as much. Either. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The mats, how to get them, how to mess with your skin, how to unlock the levels, do's and don'ts maybe that I learned the hard way. You know, I would test lower levels with your better tunes, see if you get a good fire team. I've had good fire teams where we would rotate different classes and we would basically have no problem on whatever level. So that's when I get a little more testy and try to power level a little more or something like that. Maybe run a 2. Which can be... The Hive Tyrant's difficult at the end. You kind of gotta, like, deal with procs, do a lot of dodging and diving and stuff, but it will give you more XP because it's a boss fight. Whereas the other ones that you don't fight bosses, it'll, you know, it'll still level up, but yeah, that's the campaign, PvP, and operations. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, if you got questions, shoot them down in the comments. Thanks for watching.